Now, in this section of our module, we're going to review the elements of effective scaffolding for an assignment. The very first element is clear directions. The second element is showing and providing the exemplar, or an example at a high level for students to measure their work by. And third, avoiding cognitive overload by providing organizers and breaking up a big assignment into manageable tasks that can be recreated independently later. For this particular assignment, we're going to look at a high school English class and a teacher preparing their students to write a cover letter. Now, before enacting this activity, the teacher should have already selected a role, should already have had students select a role and review their job description for that role before going through this activity. Now, let's look at the first page and measure against these three criteria. So first, we have an overview of the assignment with directions of what's going to happen. The individual pieces of that assignment, which they will be each completing. The resources available to them, which states to them that they will have an example cover letter to reference. And finally, a clear direction of what to do immediately after this page. So here we have clear directions. And now we're going to look for showing and providing the exemplar and looking to avoid cognitive overload by looking for organizers. In the first section here, it says we have directions. And now we have this exemplar. It's clearly noted. Then on the next page, we also see that we have the annotated example of this cover letter, broken out into pieces with directions. And then when we go on, now students actually begin working. Now we see here we have directions. We have the exemplar text. We have the exemplar broken out into its component pieces. And then we see that the student is able to actually use the same organizer to write in the elements of their text for their applicant information. And then they finally actually write it out here. So we have scaffolding with organizers to prevent cognitive overload. We have scaffolding through directions, and we have scaffolding through an exemplar. We see that every single step of the way.